Hi, I'm Rachel Rudolph, the Extension Vegetable Specialist at the University of Kentucky, and today we're going to talk about the benefits of soil solarization. Soil solarization is a chemical-free management strategy to effectively kill weeds, pests, and soil-borne pathogens. Basically, we heat the soil to temperatures that are detrimental to those organisms. So for weeds, for example, the temperature varies to effectively kill those weeds. It really depends on the species. So the temperatures could be anywhere between 130 to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. And again, it depends on the species you're targeting. More succulent weeds, like purslane, for example, it's really hard to effectively kill those weeds. For the most part, we're killing weed seeds, not the actual plants. So when you start solarizing, you would want to start with a clean, at least from your overall perspective, a fairly clean surface. And so you'll be targeting weed seeds at different depths in the soil profile. The lower you go in the soil profile, the cooler it will be and the harder it will be to solarize. So keep that in mind. So you could effectively kill weed seeds, depending on the temperature, at 2 inches or 4 inches or possibly even 6 inches soil depth. And so, but if you bring that soil back to the surface through some sort of disturbance like rototilling, you may be bringing new weed seeds closer to the surface. Those weed seeds that were not effectively solarized and terminated will germinate and you will have more weeds. So keep that in mind.
So the benefits of solarization from a disease management standpoint is to heat up the soil at least 6 inches deep so that we can manage soil-borne pathogens. And soil-borne pathogens are those that complete their life cycle in the soil. So those are your root rots and your crown rots typically. So solarization, again, it's that heating up so that we can make those overwintering structures and the active pathogens non-viable. So Sclerotinia is one, so that is timber rot and lettuce drop, that pathogen. We've also got Rhizoctonia, root rot, crown rot, and then Fusarium wilt and Fusarium crown rot pathogens. Pythiums, Pythium root rot, Phytophthora root rots. So those are your most common soil-borne pathogens, and those are the ones that we aim for as we are solarizing. 4 to 6 inches deep is where we got to get that those high temperatures of 100 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on the pathogen, depending what their overwintering or oversummering structure is. We call that inoculum, and then the length of time needed. And so that varies by pathogen, but overall our goal is to heat that soil up to manage soil-borne pathogens.
The other thing that we're hoping for with solarization is that we're going to get some benefits in terms of insect control. Now this has sort of a multi-layered approach, I would say. The main thing that we're looking for is that reduction in weeds, which is going to hopefully give us a reduction in early season pest entrance into the high tunnel. These weeds can often be a green wave that help the insects to infiltrate the high tunnel as we get going in the growing season, particularly those grasses. So as we do this research, we're hoping to suppress those grasses and hopefully suppress things like aphids and a few others that wander in using these plants. Further, we can hope that with insects that may try to overwinter as pupa or other life stages in the soil, that solarizing that soil will kill them. There is sort of a trick to this because they are often deep enough in the ground that the soil is buffering any heat that they may be experiencing from above. So we do maybe have to break it up a little bit. There could be some rototilling or something to that effect that would go on to help get that heat to infiltrate down in there. So we're not necessarily attacking the bugs directly with solarization. It's more that we're trying to kill their home or maybe trying to get at them through that overwintering process.